So welcome back to my channel. This time I'll be reviewing a Canon EF 35mm f2.0 lens on my Hasselblad X system. I'll be reviewing it on my Hasselblad X1D Mark II as the adapter, TechArt adapter, still haven't got an update after the X2D firmware was updated, and it doesn't work on that camera. I can downgrade it, but I don't like to do that, so I'll be reviewing on my X1D Mark II, and that's also a very nice camera to use. The 35mm f2 goes all the way down to 25 centimeters. So it gets very close, and that's something I will exploit. My copy doesn't have autofocus. It doesn't work either on my Canon camera or on this one. But I don't care. I use punch-in to focus, so I focus manually anyway. So no problem for me. Let's look at the distortion, vignetting and sharpness in my studio setup. Here the image at f2.0, you can see there's some distortion here, some bit of barrel distortion, and you can also see, especially in the upper left corner here, that it is a really dark corner, really dark corners, so it has a lot of vignetting here. And if we change to f8, it's definitely much better, and almost no vignetting, and even at f16, which is where we are now, there's almost no vignetting. But let's go back and compare f2 on the left to f8 on the right. If we go into the center of the image, we can see that the sharpness at f2 is not very good. I might have misfocused it slightly, but it is not very sharp here. But at f8 it's decent, so pretty good actually. If we move into the corners, we can see that f2 is almost, yeah, it's unusable at f2 in the corners. If you do some kind of portraits or something like that, it might not harm the image. But at f8 on the right here, sharpness is pretty good. If we move all the way to f16, we have very good sharpness even in the corners, and as you saw, also very little vignetting, so f16 is very, very good actually. If we move all the way to f22, we see that diffraction is starting to set in. It's not as unsharp as at f2, but definitely not, but we lost some of the sharpness. So f8 to f16 are the best apertures on this lens. So these are my conclusions on this lens. I find that the sharpness of this lens is pretty good already from 5.6, and as you saw from 8 to 16 it is sharp even in the corners, so very nice sharpness. And in natural scenes you've seen some images that were shot at f4 and a lot shot at f5.6, and in natural scenes they are very good, very good. I also like, and that is actually one of the best things about this lens, the background separation and the way you can create a really nice bouquet. It's one of the strong points of this lens, and the colors from it they look very, very good. And I also like that it's a small and very lightweight lens. But as we have seen, the lens also has some weaknesses. That the center is not very sharp at f2.0 is one of the weaknesses. But if you use it for things like portraits, you might not want to have a very sharp lens. Vignetting, that's very pronounced, as we've also seen. You have to move up to at least 5.6 and maybe even to f8 to avoid the vignetting. And you saw a bit of low contrast loss in direct sunlight. It has some chromatic aberration. It is visible until about 5.6, but beyond that it is not visible. And it has barrel distortion, as we also saw, but that can be corrected, so I don't think that's a problem. So I hope you liked my little review of the Canon EF 35mm f2 lens on my Hasselblad system. At least I love to shoot with this lens, and I find it pretty amazing that this very old lens can do so well on this high resolution camera. If you liked the review, please subscribe to my channel and also hit the like button. So thank you very much for this time, and bye for now.